On May 19, 1780, the sun vanished, the sky turned black, birds fell silent, people cried in the streets, and for the next 36 hours, daylight never returned. Too many, this was the end of the world. This is the terrifying true story of New England's dark day, the historical event you never knew happened. It started like any other spring morning. Farmers were tending to their fields, merchants opened their doors, children played outside in the fresh New England air. But around 10 in the morning, something strange happened. The light began to dim. The birds stopped singing. People instinctively looked up at the sky and saw the sun fading behind a creeping, unnatural darkness. This wasn't a passing cloud. This wasn't a storm front. This was something else entirely. The sky was dying. By noon, the darkness was total. Cattle, thinking it was evening, returned to their barns. Roosters crowed, completely confused by the premature night. In taverns and homes, people lit candles, not for the evening, but for midday. Diaries from the time describe a surreal and frightening scene. One person wrote, "It was as if midnight arrived in the morning." Another described, "a darkness as deep as the blackest night." Many people fell to their knees, asking God for mercy. In an age before electricity, before scientific weather forecasting, before global news, this wasn't just strange, it was terrifying. The world, as they knew it, seemed to be coming to an end. For many, this was it, the Day of Judgment. Churches, which were already the center of community life, filled faster than ever before. People gathered to pray, to confess, to seek comfort in the face of what they believed was the final apocalypse. The Connecticut legislature was in session when the darkness fell. Panic erupted in the State House. Some lawmakers demanded an immediate adjournment, convinced the world was ending and they should be with their families. But one member, Colonel Abraham Davenport, stood up and gave a line that became legendary. He declared, "The day of judgment is either approaching or it is not. If it is not, there is no cause for adjournment. If it is, I choose to be found doing my duty. I wish therefore that candles may be brought." Even in the face of absolute fear, reason had its defenders. But that didn't stop the overwhelming sense that something cosmic, something supernatural, was unfolding before their very eyes. So what really happened? For centuries, the true cause of the dark day remained a mystery. A solar eclipse was impossible. Astronomical charts showed no eclipse was scheduled. A volcanic eruption. There were no reports of any major eruptions that could have caused such a phenomenon. Too many. A supernatural event seemed the only plausible explanation. The real answer wouldn't be discovered until the 21st century, when scientists studying tree rings from the ancient forests of Ontario, Canada, found the key. They discovered something shocking. Massive, widespread wildfires had been raging for weeks. New England's darkness in 1780 was caused by enormous clouds of smoke from these fires, hundreds of miles away. The smoke rose high into the atmosphere, combined with a thick layer of fog and low cloud cover, and was carried south by the prevailing winds. The smoke was so incredibly dense, so thick, that it blocked out the sun entirely, not for a few minutes, but for a day and a half. Imagine a wildfire so powerful it dims the daylight of another country. That's what happened in 1780, when night finally arrived on May 19th. It somehow grew even darker. People reported that they couldn't see their own hands held up right in front of their faces. Campfires, which usually lit up the night, glowed like small orange embers against a sky that had been completely swallowed by smoke and ash. Some contemporary accounts claimed you couldn't even see a white sheet of paper held inches from your eyes. The world felt broken, as if the natural order of day and night had been shattered. But then, by the afternoon of the following day, the darkness began to lift. The smoke thinned, the fog dissipated, and sunlight, glorious sunlight, returned. Life slowly resumed. The apocalypse had seemingly ended as mysteriously as it began, and the mystery itself slowly faded into history. Today, the dark day of 1780 stands as one of the strangest natural events in American history. It was a moment when an entire region truly believed the world was ending. A moment when science, fear, faith, and the raw power of nature collided in the most dramatic way possible. It serves as a powerful reminder that even without war, or plague, or disaster, the sky itself can change everything. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story as fascinating as I did, consider subscribing for more journeys into the forgotten corners of history.